All right, this is overview of cave diving DPV course. Here I am putting in the primary reel. I've already scooted down to it. The scooter is clipped off and in the off position. And of course, head down, feet up to put in the primary, or any tie off that matter. See from the bubbles going back, the flow is up. And so put in the primary, and also on the other side, you can't see it right now, but I have a deco bottle attached. So this is the correct position for doing a primary tie-off. And then instead of kicking in against the flow, the preferred way to do this would be to unhook the scooter. See, I'm fighting the flow and getting my way in there to the secondary tie-off. So looking back at this, I should have used my scooter to zip on over to the secondary tie-off. Upon getting over there, I think what I did is I did unclip the scooter and I scootered in. You can see I'm moving, but I'm not kicking my fins, so I did use the scooter, finally. Now, upon getting to the secondary tie-off, what I should have done was to do the same thing. Clip the scooter off on my chest D-ring, but you can see I left the scooter alone, and so I forgot to clip it off. So that was a big mistake. So that was a no-no. You can see the scooter's floating behind me, which is not good. You always want the scooter to either be in your hand or you want it to be clipped off. So this was a very bad mistake. And you can see I did not stow my deco bottle yet. Still putting in the secondary tie-off. And you'll see why that's a bad idea not to clip it off. I had to reach back and pull for it. Not good. And you can see, boom, smashes on a rock. Okay, so this next area, you can see I still have the primary reel in my left hand and the scooter in my right hand. And we're looking to tie it off onto the primary line here in JB. So this part's pretty non-eventful. I think there was some confusion here. But regardless, doing the tie-off onto the secondary, onto the primary line here. Okay, so the next video, you can see the massive amount of gas escaping. That's because the regulator was free-flowing as I was going down this little chimney area in Jackson Blue. So of course the rule here, the lesson learned, is make sure your venturi is in the off position when going down a high flow area. Here you can see, starting off, you can see some silt was kicked up with the scooter. So again, high flow area, but still, again, we want to practice good scooter techniques. So always want to make sure we start the scooter on low, or make sure the prop is up when starting off. You can see I was having some difficulties here going along in this high flow. First time again in a cave with a scooter. Getting crashed off the ceiling there, not good. Always want to make sure you're in control of the scooter. Really try to avoid the stop and go. Once you're going, just keep going. Don't stop and go. As you can see, the mistake that I made here. Going up the first breakdown there. Alright, some more video. You can see the silt cloud still getting kicked up. Again, not so bad because of the flow, but again, we want to avoid that if at all possible. So we can see doing better here, seem to be more under control as I'm going along here on this bedding plane area. So here we're at the, I think this might be the second tee perhaps. But again, we want to avoid dropping the scooter like I did. So always keep it in our possession at all times. I might have been adjusting my leash, but you can can see I was definitely struggling with quite a bit of things with this first dive. I almost regret not going into the cave with the scooter before this, but again, once again, silt cloud puffed up. Again, not good. You can see my instructor recording all of the mistakes I was making as I traveled on here. And again, the fins should look like a platter to serve a drink on, so you want to keep those fins back. All the kicking and things that I'm doing here, again, not good at all. We want to be in control. So that kind of wraps this video up. Hopefully those watching will benefit from some of my mistakes so that when you take your DPV course, you'll not make these same mistakes. Thanks for watching.